car go. The first run from the track station down at 200 West to just above Highland Drive will be finished by the end of this year. So where to next? North or east? Some people want to extend it east on 21st South, others north along 11th East. Now, if you live or work in that area, I know you've got an opinion on this. And we've got a few people here with us that are going to share their opinions. And all of them have a stake in this game, and specifically looking at the 11th East option. First of all, we have Eliza James and Lori Layton. Both of them are from Boxing is for Girls. It's a gym along 11th East. And we also have Brandon Lloyd with us, who's a student at Westminster College. I can tell from your purple. And by the way, it goes very nicely with our new set. The purple
I've planned it.
Okay, so let's talk about this. It seems like most of the opinions are on this 11th East extension going north from the Sugar House area. What do you guys think about that? Are you for it or against it? We'll start with you guys.
Good things, Utah. What's up? Thanks for having us here. Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem.
The people have spoke, and they have spoke loud. They came out to the City Hall last night.
Big meeting.
It was the largest gathering in over 10 years. People were actually asked to leave. The fire marshal came out and told people they needed to either leave or find a seat because it wasn't going to go on. The people are speaking. What we're doing here today, again, we're thankful for the opportunity, but what we want to do today is we want to talk to Kyle. We want to talk to Stan. We want to talk to Jill Remington. I want to love you. And we want to know what you're going to do now. The people have spoken. The majority has spoken. And we want to know what you're going to do with this information. We are paying attention, and we want to see what you do. And we will stand behind you as well, and we want you to stand behind us.
And you're saying the majority has spoken against the 11th
Against the
East.
11th Street.
Okay. What do you think, Brandon?
Well, in an independent study, 51% actually supported the 11th East alignment, and a lot of the students there at Westminster, as well as many community members, also really support it because it's going to increase foot traffic along 11th East, which will really benefit the businesses, and it also has the potential to connect to the 9th and 9th District and then further on to downtown, which would leave a lot of residents to their jobs downtown, as well as connect the students there at Westminster to possible internships and service opportunities downtown. So we're really in support of taking it down 11th.
It would also get close to the 9th and 9th business district as well. But Lori, let me ask you, what impact do you see this extension, if it were to be approved by the City Council, what would it have on your business?
Oh, all the businesses will fail on 11th East. The neighborhood would be decimated, and we've spent years and years trying to build it up. The neighbors around the 13th East, 9th South, they would be highly affected. There was outcry from those neighborhoods from all the traffic that would be diverted. And you know, we got almost 1,600 signatures on a petition within 7 days of the people around there that said no. And perhaps his 51% were based on the 200 people that were involved in that vote. But there were, in 7 days, 1,600 people that said no because they knew. People are unaware of what was going on.
And I know one of the concerns, Brandon, that businesses have is that 11th is not that big of a street to begin with. You put a streetcar down it. Even forget the disruption from construction, but once it's complete, it's just going to be a traffic nightmare to get a streetcar and cars and maybe some added pedestrians up and down that street. What do you say to that?
Well, the way that the city's going to put it up is that it's going to really actually work well because it'll be in the street, so it won't be like your classic tracks lines, so you're able to move around them, and it really helps with the flow, so it won't impede in any way. It'll also really help with the walking traffic and foot traffic in and out of the businesses because it'll drop them right at the front door of these businesses.
What do you think, Lori?
Sugar House is a walkable community. Everybody likes to walk. That's what they like about Sugar House. They love the feel of Sugar House. We're trying to maintain that. We don't need a streetcar going down half a mile to drop someone off. Obesity rates are 60% and above in America. Let's get out and walk our streets. Put one foot out in front of the other. That's what we're about.
Spoken like a true owner of a gym.
Yeah.
Okay. What about this other option then? obviously you guys want a line to go to Westminster College, or at least drop you in the neighborhood of Westminster College. The other option is to take it further east, go up 21st South. And I understand business owners there are more receptive to that idea than you guys are, at least along 11th. Is that a viable option? Why is that good or bad?
So for Westminster, it's still beneficial, but most of the homes along, or most of the places along 21st are residential, and in the long run they'll have to be rezoned because it's been proven in many other cities that these streetcars actually increase business along the routes, and so a lot of those homes will have to be rezoned and turned into businesses because there aren't that many along the 21st east or south.
But wouldn't that same problem also be for 11th East if you put it in there, that it would drive many of the homeowners away?
The vast majority of places along 11th are already businesses, and so it will end up benefiting them in the long run because so few people actually live directly on 11th.
That's a very interesting statement, and I'm glad that you're here, Brandon. I love West Mini. I train the administration, and I train a lot of their athletic teams. They are part of our community, part of our street, the street that we're fighting for. It's interesting that he says that because the businesses stop at 1700 South. In fact, where this streetcar is going to take you is to 1700 South and turn around and take you back. And at 1700 South, you have the Jolly Pharmacy and 7-Eleven. And if we're talking about West Mini and bringing the students to their school, we've measured it, and it's the exact same distance from either location.
Brandon, I'll give you the final word. What is it that you want the City Council to do? They've got 1 month. What do you want them to say?
Well, again, we're for 11th East simply because it has the most potential to impact the community. It'll connect these business districts throughout the city. It has the greatest ridership. The studies have proven that. And it really just will impact everyone in a very beneficial way because we're a part of the Sugar House community. We want to make sure that all the residents and businesses thrive and survive. And from the way we're looking at it, there's really no other option than taking it down 11th.
And obviously, Laura, you're concerned that Brandon is a little too optimistic about all of this.
He's not a permanent resident. Those aren't permanent residents. We're talking about people's lives. We're not talking about college students.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. Wish we had more time to talk about this, but our time is limited.
Thank you.
And again, the City Council has just about 1 month to make up its mind because it has to decide on a preferred route before it can apply for federal funding. Kim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Brent. Now, this is pretty exciting. A local school is working